What is going on, guys? Happy Wednesday. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic Christmas and excellent New Year's. 'Tis the season. Hopefully your tanks got lots of good Christmas presents as well. What is going on? Reef Rock Ritters looking to get a 300-gallon custom system. 200 kilograms of rock. Ooh, that's a big system, man. That'd be awesome. Need to wait for another good shelf. Yeah. Doing lots of tiers and aquascapes is always super cool. So, today I thought we were going to do the draws in a little bit. We're going to do that. We got two different giveaways for Canada Copepods, so Copepods.ca, Copepods.com, and the Posiden Salinity pen from Big Show Frag. So a couple things we're going to do later. Today, I decided it'd be fun to just kind of go through some of the Ask ReefDudes stuff that I may or may not have responded to. It's a little bit of a backlog I actually need to get through. And if you guys have any questions in the chat today, as always, ask away. Quick question. How is the audio sounding? I'm testing out a brand new mic, so I'm hoping it sounds awesome. If it's too quiet, too loud, whatever, let me know. Right now, watching my clowns, my 75. Hopefully they get along. What's going on, exclusive? Happy New Year, Dr. Wilson Magic. Love playing with my scape. Aquascaping is seriously like big kids Lego. That's how I see it. Curious Reefer, what's going on, buddy? Like my clownfish mug. The green screen's totally messing with it, but my wife made that for me a couple years ago. It's kind of cute. Sounds good. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. How do I enter for the giveaway? Well, Dave, that was basically every video for the last month had a contest related to it. And it was, you entered just through the link in the description for the video. And if you haven't watched them, my last 2 weekly videos also have contests that are still open, so check them out. That's kind of something I felt would be fun to do for the holidays, is do a bunch of giveaways along with it. Audio's a smidge loud. All right, let me turn down a smidge. You can hear your lips smack. Yeah, that's right. Up close and personal. Hey, do you know, aquascaping is a challenge. I literally sat there for like, my original one was like a month. It was crazy how long I spent on that one. Every day I just kept changing it and changing it. I didn't have the tank yet, but I had the rock, so that kind of helped with that. So one of the questions we had in the chat earlier, after measuring TDS, how do I know which stage of the RODI machine to replace if TDS has risen above acceptable levels? So yes, that is correct. If you check your TDS of your source water and your TDS after your RODI unit, before the DI, it's going to tell you, if it's, say, 100 coming in and it's 4 afterwards, then it's 96% efficiency. Most RODI units are, the kind of like the 95, 96%-ish. So if it's a little bit off, I don't worry about it, but if it starts to skew too much, then that might be the point where you'll want to replace your membrane. As for when to replace your pre-filters, ideally you'd want to have a pressure gauge on your unit, and you can just watch and know kind of what your average is, and when it starts to drop down too low, that usually means it's time to replace your pre-filters. As a general rule, I just kind of change my pre-filter, my carbon every 6 months. Just kind of keep things up to snuff. What's going on, Kyle? What's going on, SC? Falcon Quick. Good old Lisa, welcome. Just changed all my cartridges and resins. Nice, Tina. I think I might do my pre-filter and my carbon soon. I feel like it's been a while. So hopefully that answers your questions around the RODI and when to change it. But yeah, pressure gauge is the easiest way to tell for pre-filters. Otherwise, just do it every 6 months or so. As for the membrane, checking your TDS is the only way you're going to know 100% for sure, is just knowing what your source water is and what is afterwards. And then you can just divide your output by the source, and then you know what percentage of efficiency, and you can compare that to whatever the spec is. What's going on, Melly Reef? All right, so a couple other questions. So some of these questions are just from Ask ReefDudes. A lot of them, if they're quick and easy, I'll just reply, just quick email back. If it's something bigger, I'll turn to a video. I used to do a lot more. I want to start doing more of these, probably turn them to videos. But if you guys do have something that you want a bigger answer on, or you're confused on, or you want me to do a video on, reefdudes.com/ask. Ask it on there, and if it's quick and easy, I'll respond right away. Otherwise, I'll add it to my queue for future video and dig into it a little deeper. So if that one helps. Morning Dev from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome, Philip. Good morning. Cleaning my sump while listening. Very productive. It's a great way to do it. Half the time I work on my tank, I just throw on YouTube videos too, so same thing. Way back on the stream, you're talking about it. Yes, change the membrane, spend 3 years. It really depends on your source water. Like in the spring, I know the runoff will be not quite as, when there's runoff, whatnot, the TDS will be a bit higher. But the last little while, my TDS has been like 60 to 80. It's been great, super low. Do you still have your phytoplankton culture? Yes, I do. I might actually do a video on that, actually. I've been asked a bazillion times, so I think I will do a video on the culture. Aussie Reefer, $2 super chat. Thank you, Aussie. Much appreciated, man. Woo, ringing in the new year. Super chat on my first stream. Yes. Thanks, Aussie. Much appreciated. I'm feeding my acans and coral. Excellent. Dev, have you found better stability with your calcium reactor? Yes, I think I have. After seeing Mike Plez video today, it has my head twisted. I haven't watched Mike's new video, but I will check it. Aussie, thank you. Much appreciated, man. So I have the Alcatronic on my tank, which tests my tank every 12 hours. I don't have more than a 0.1 swing. So if my elk is 8.71, it'll be 12 hours later, like the most I'll see of a swing is like 8.8. Like it's a 0.1 of a DKH swing. So to me, that's pretty darn stable throughout the day. When I originally set it up, I had it testing every couple hours just to kind of watch the trends, and it was very tiny amounts. So I personally feel it's super stable. Actually, here, I'll pull it up for you and show you. Pull up my Apex. Okay, so All right, so this is, if I can shrink it a bit. Okay, so this is my alkalinity. So this is basically, here's 1 day. So this is the biggest swing. So 8.69 to 8.8. So basically 0.1. That's like the biggest swing I've had in ages. Now most of them, same thing. It's like 8.79, 8.89. So it's super duper stable. It looks like a big cliff, but in actuality, that's like 0.1 of a change. So overall, I'd say the calcium reactor has been super stable. I've been very happy with it. And smash that like button, please. Lisa, thank you. If you guys enjoy these streams, smash it. I appreciate it. Yeah, so to me, I call it rock solid stable. And one thing with the calcium reactor, Anthony, what's up, Fish Tank Ninja? Long time no see. You can definitely do the same thing with dosing, but I find it's just more finicky if you're dosing all the time. Like, you got to remember to fill your containers, or you got to program your doser a little bit. I don't know. The calcium reactor is just easy. It's like, oh, I need a tiny bit more. Just turn the dial a smidge, you're done. So I used to use one. I went back to dosing, and now I'm back to calcium reactor again. And I like it. It's just easy. I literally can probably go a year before I have to refill the media in it. So in my CO2. So once a year versus like a month refill. Pretty sweet one in my eyes. How do you clean the area closest to the silicone? I'm scared to do it. Okay. In my tank, if you have your vertical line with the thing, do not run your scraper like this. You will gouge into it. If you have your scraper with the razor, you go bloop and just touch it. It's not going to like cut it all up as if you're going away and like shredding at an angle. So I'm just very careful. Like, I'll go faster and I'm at the edges, like, really slow until I like just touch it. And then every once in a while, I might just take my finger or a piece of paper towel and just go whoop, and just wipe up the edge of the inside to clean anything else up. But that's all I do. But biggest thing is hit your edges straight on. Don't hit at an angle with that razor blade. And then your seam should be safe. Easy now, reefers. Happy New Year to you as well. Excellent. Dev, loving the stream as always. Thank you very much, Jason's Reef. Thank you. Anthony, Fish Tank Ninja, welcome back, buddy. Not sure if your nano's still going, but hopefully it's doing well if it is. Christian was asking how to remove red algae. I'm assuming that means cyano. Usually it could be from a nutrient issue or some form of a crazy imbalance. The quick and dirty, easy way to get rid of it is just use ChemiClean. You can eventually want to deal with the actual problem, which could be excess nutrients, something else in your tank. So that's long term. You want to make sure your nutrient import-export is in balance. But the quick and dirty, just to get rid of it, is use something like ChemiClean. When you do that, I always take my skimmer cup off and just let it overflow. When you're doing a lot of these bacteria type treatments, the bacteria and the stuff you're adding in it is going to absorb and use up the oxygen in your water. So you don't want your fish to be starved for oxygen. So you can either do like an air bubbler or micro bubbling, or take your head off your cup off your skimmer and just let it overflow. You want lots and lots of aeration in your tank. I think the instructions say 4 hours. I leave mine for 36, and I do a little water change after that, and that's worked really well for me. In fact, I actually did it last week on my nano tank because I thought it was dino at first, and I was like, it kind of looks like cyano, so I treated for cyano. Now it's all clean and pristine again, so that's worked really well for me. Do you dose phytoplankton to your tank, or is it just to feed your copepod culture? If yes, how much do you dose into your tank? People ask a lot how much you dose phyto. I pour in a scientific glug randomly when I think about it. One day I might throw it on a doser and just have it dose all the time. But yeah, for now, honestly, no rhyme or reason. It goes in my fridge, just shake it every couple days. I just walk up and go bloop, just do a glug or two whenever I think about it. So, some weeks it's nothing. Other weeks I might do it a couple times a week. So it's not something that you have to dose, but it's something... Phytoplankton is kind of like the base food of the ocean, right? If you have a copepod population in your tank, they're going to eat the phytoplankton. It's going to boost your pods. If you have filter feeders like certain gorgonians and other stuff like that, they're going to take advantage and they're going to eat that phytoplankton as well. So I think there's lots of benefits to doing it. You don't have to do it, but I think there's benefits to doing it. So honestly, it's just whenever I think about it. Just skimming through, make sure I'm missing anything. What's going on, Michael? Welcome, welcome. I got the Eclipse L Overflow box today, doing some upgrades on the plumbing, head spinning around the plumbing stuff. Plumbing, at the end of the day, it's a pipe. Just think of it, all it is something to contain water to bring it from one place to another. If you have any specific plumbing questions, I can probably help you out if you want to ask it, but that's the quick and dirty of it. I have a 75 gallon, currently use one MP10 along with the flow for flow. Would you recommend getting another MP10 or MP40 for more flow? Around about 76% of the time, I have softies. As long as your corals have like a nice wave from the pulsing with it, I probably wouldn't worry about it. It's hard to have too much flow. It's hard to have too much water movement. You just don't want to be blasting a coral with flow, right? You don't want like a jet just like hammering on a coral. Otherwise, you could eventually maybe hurt the tissue on it. Whereas if you have just broad, wide flow, it's this kind of moving thing, and it's healthy for the coral because you're getting flow all around it. It's taking away the bad stuff. It's bringing in fresh stuff. So it's good to have lots of water movement or flow, however you want to say it. Michael, you changed your logo. It's black and white. Welcome, buddy. Lounging and missing the reefing streams. Yes, I know. Last week I took the day off. It was a crazy week over Christmas, and then I just went snowboarding for the day. I didn't make it back in time, so it was a day off last week, but should be back to the regular streams for the most part now. But the reefing streams are fun. I enjoy them. As long as you guys enjoy them, I keep doing them. Click video, the gasket wrong. Not sure on that one. Are you still using ozone on the tank? Yes, I am. I actually... Okay, I'll get that one next. Okay, so I am running carbon. Just last week I threw some in because the wife was saying she could smell something fishy, so I'm like, okay, I'll throw carbon on just in case. I got a new ozone system. It's basically identical to my old ozone, except it's 120 volt. The previous one I was using was 240 volt. I had to use a big power brick, so I gave that to my buddy, and I got a new one that was 120 volt, basically just so I can clean up my stand and have less stuff in there. Try to make it super pristine looking. So I did upgrade my ozone, but it's identical to my old unit, but newer and 120 volt. So if you want, or actually next tank update, I'll show that and do that as well. But that has been working very well. I run approximately 25 milligrams on it, and I run it for 4 to 5 hours a night. I think it kicks on at 2 in the morning to 5 in the morning, or 2 to 6, 1 to 5, something like that. So 4 or 5 hours at night. And one of the big benefits for me is how the skimmer, when I clean my skimmer, like it's not the loveliest scent in the world, but it's not bad. I was tank sitting for someone a couple months ago and cleaned their skimmer, and I was like, whew, clear the room. Like it was nasty. So ozone through the skimmer makes it actually smell not bad. Like it's not lovely, but you're like, oh, it's whatever. It's not bad. But yeah, when you're seeing it on a fresh skimmer, no ozone, that is nasty. I forgot how bad that stuff was. So that is one huge benefit of ozone. That, and it helps keep your water nice and clear. Just got rid of a 5-foot upgrade to a 7-foot. Nice reef rock critter. Very nice. Okay, get to that one in a sec. Someone was asking, how do I control PO3, so phosphates and nitrates in my water? So I do tiny water changes. At least that's my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna try and do a 5-gallon bucket a week. That's my goal. I kind of go in spurts where I'll do it and then I won't, and I do and I don't. But right now I have a refugium with Chaeto, and I also have an algae turf scrubber. So I'm using both of those on my tank, and that's been working very well. I haven't I haven't tested nitrates yet because when I moved my tank over, I basically did a massive water change. Essentially, it's probably like a 7% water change, so I knew the nitrates would be next to nothing. I believe I did test them and it was 5 or so, which it's, we'll see. Phosphates, I believe it was 0.1 something, but I haven't tested that in a few weeks. But I also feed very, very heavy. So between the refugium and the turf scrubber, it's been working very well. I kind of half want to see if one of them will outcompete each other or win long term, so I'm still running both. I also have a couple mangroves in there, so that's running, and it's more just kind of for fun. I also have seen very happy with my pH. A lot of people with calcium reactors struggle with pH, and someone was asking me earlier about this actually. Looking at my graph now in the last 24 hours, it's been about 8.1 to 8.28 type of thing. So always been above 8. It's been awesome. And I think a good chunk of that is from the turf scrubber and the refugium. So between the two of them, it's been really good. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. I know there's another question I missed. What's the most expensive coral in your tank? That is a very good question. Some of the acros are probably a little bit up there. Like, I think there's a couple that I paid, $100 for type of thing. But, well, on the flip side, if you look at some of these acans here, like, I think some of them I paid like $80 for 1 or 2 heads years ago. Now there's like a ton on that guy, on like the one just kind of on the edge of the chat there, like some of the rainbow ones and stuff. So it's hard to say. But yeah, some of them, if you look at the size compared to the tiny little minuscule piece that I bought back in the day, they could be up there. My future expensive nice coral I'm going to get is going to be an Aussie gold torch, because I've always wanted one, and I finally found someone that's going to be getting some soon, so I'm stoked for that. It's been on my wish list for a long time. Okay, way behind on the chat. So Kyle, what are you guys' thoughts on combo tanks, like having a large tank with 2 water systems by divider, so you can have a freshwater and saltwater in one display? It could look really cool, Kyle. I mean, technically, it's kind of what some pet stores do. Just one tank divvied up into a bunch of smaller tanks. When is the contest winner being announced? Probably in about 20 minutes or so. Let's go through some questions, and we'll get to the drawing. Mine is a Walt Disney. Walt Disney's could be cool. Some of the acans can be beautiful. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of acans. I think they're awesome. Curious to see if one outcompetes the other. My ATS outcompeted my Chaeto. I do question if that will happen eventually. I have heard that can happen, so. Posiden Salinity pen giveaway. Anyone know when the winner is announced? I have my fingers crossed. That will be, I don't know, probably 20 minutes or so we'll do it. Acans are my current addiction. I am with you, Greg. I am super duper with you. You're also asking about fancy corals. I'm going to be getting some super awesome corals, hopefully by the end of the month, from a contest that I won from Reef Canada Facebook group and Candy Corals. And that guy has some amazing stuff. So I have a mystery acropat coming, and I'm super stoked. I have no idea what's in it, but every picture he posts is amazing, so it's going to be some cool stuff. So I'm pretty stoked for that one. Where's the penguin bean, Phil? Welcome to the penguin. Okay, a couple other questions that were on there. Do you have the file for your 3D printed dosing bottle holder? No, I do not. That died along with my old computer. But I still do plan on making one of those, because I've had about 100 people ask me that same question. And it probably will, once I rebuild it, I'll probably do like a cool giveaway with one or something, just because it's kind of a fun project. Do your acans build their own skeleton structure, or do you keep upgrading the flag plugs? Nope, never upgrade the flag plugs. They just grow out on their own. So I've done nothing special for them other than put them in a pretty pile and let them be fluffy. Okay, what's the best? Okay, so Michael's asking, what's the best amount of white/blues for coral growth? So a good chunk of this is personal preference. In theory, corals mainly it's the blue spectrum that they need. I tend to do about 80% blues to 24% whites. That's kind of the look I usually go for. But the amount of white you want to add in is a lot of it's personal preference. Some people like more of a white natural look, some like more the heavy on the blue look. I kind of have a bit whiter in the afternoon, and then it's like bluer on the ramp ups and ramp downs. Why are there so many different tank size recommendations for the same species of fish, or how can I decide the proper size for my own? So that is a tricky question. I would just look at a couple different sites and kind of get what the average is. A lot of places also will say you need this many gallons for a fish. I kind of think the dimensions of the tank are more important than necessarily the gallons. Like when they do that, they're going off standard tank sizes, right? So if they say 180 gallons or something, they're meaning a 6-foot tank. One thing I look at is how active is a fish. Is he super active? Do they need like tanks, for instance? They swim back and forth. They need lots of swimming space. So if you have, a 4-foot tank, once he's a big fish, that might not be enough for him. You might want a 6-foot tank. So it's kind of stuff you got to consider like that. Does anyone know if a Radeon G2 XR30 non-pro can be upgraded via the kit? I believe the Gen 2 can be upgraded to a Gen 3. Tim, I don't think you can go to 4 because they changed the layout and the amount of diodes on the 4, but I believe one generation 1, 2, blah, blah, blah can upgrade the pucks to the Gen 3. I don't know if there's a difference between the pro and non-pro. I've only ever had the pro ones, but I suspect you can, but I would double check that. How many fish does it take to change a light bulb? None, because they would be electrocuted. Bad. Do not try that. I found that longer white daylight period results in faster growth. Okay, so on that one, so white, in theory, you will get more growth, but not as good colors. I know back in the day, a lot of the old school reefers would have like, the 8,000 K tanks. They'd grow corals out and they'd move it under like a 14,000 K ball to color it up. As for the longer period, certain corals will have different growth patterns depending on the light. So you could have the same coral, really intense light for 6 hours, or you could have it less intense light for 10 or 12 hours, right? And under which one, one might cause the coral to grow up towards the light, another might cause it to plate out. So that definitely does account for it. How long do you run your whites? My entire schedule is probably 12 hours with about an hour and a half to 2 hour ramp up or ramp down. I love Acan's possibility of a future feeding/tips video. Sure. Let me make a note. I will add that one. Video about Acans. Done. I'll add that to the list. Hello, Devin. Thank you for your amazing work. Thank you very much, Rossi Corals. Much appreciated. I do appreciate those comments, guys. I sometimes question why I spend endless hours making videos, but then I get really nice questions. People say it really helps them, and then it makes me feel good and happy. And it's nice to know it's actually helping people. So it's good. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Click Ecotech website, can't find anything. So Tim, I know a lot of the old kits, they might be sold out because once they did the Gen 4, I'm assuming they stopped producing the Gen 3 stuff. So you might have to do a bit of hunting on the internet for a retailer that still has them, because they were selling them, but I haven't seen them in the last 6 months to a year. So I kind of guessed the main stockpiles ran out. So they're out there, but you'll have to do some hunting. Tank looks amazing. Thank you very much. Hello, Mellows Reef. Welcome. In a previous video, mentioned measuring 0 phosphates. Is that your norm? No. If you're measuring 0 phosphates, it probably is from GFO or something superficially lowering it. You don't want 0 of anything. At least I don't think so. Like people that strive for super low phosphates and nitrates, that generally tends to be more like you get brighter, paler colors out of some of your corals. Like kind of like more of a zeovit approach. I've never been a huge fan of the super low nutrients because I feel like it stresses the corals a bit. That's why you get those lower pastel-y colors. As long as I don't have an algae issue, honestly, I don't even worry about the phosphates and nitrates. If there's no algae, who cares? I kind of think corals need phosphates and nitrates to grow, just like anything else. So you don't want to starve them that, because that could be potentially a limiting factor. I know it does affect the coloration. Worldwide corals, I mean, according to them, they purposely try and up their nitrates and stuff a bit because they think it gives better coloration. So yeah, as long as it's not like 50 or something crazy, I've never worried about it. In general, my old tank, my nitrates always in the 20 to 30 range. My phosphates were usually point something, like 0.1-ish, or just under 0.03 to 0.09. And everything's happy, yeah. So as long as there's no algae, I personally don't really worry about it. Lisa, smash that like button. Much appreciated, Lisa. Thank you. If you guys are enjoying it, hit that like button. If you could please tell me how to get rid of hydroids. So hydroids are like little aptasia on the glass, if I recall from my freshwater days. I saw one once in my reef tank, one of my nanos. I just sucked out with a water change hose. I would just be diligent in sucking them out. It very well might be aptasia in your tank, and if so, peppermint shrimp are probably one of your better bets. I did have a few aptasia, which look very similar, basically a bigger hydroid, which I might be talking about. And if that is the case, then yeah, they do a great job. As long as they're not massive, then those guys will hunt them down. I've also heard of people taking a syringe and poking them with boiling water and that killing them. Something else you could try. They do make a product called Aptasia X, which is some kind of a goo thing, whatever you inject in them, and it kills them. How do you maintain your phosphates once they go up? But I use GFO. After a few days, it will strip it to zero. Yeah, okay. So with GFO, don't use a lot. Only put like a little bit in your reactor. If you dump in too much, it will take it. Also use very slow flow through, just a trickle. GFO is a great tool, but it's very easy to overdo it. And if you strip your water too clean, you could kill and hurt your acros. So, something to consider. Super low. Gotta make food. Fun to stream. Hit that like button. Thanks. Have a good night, Aqua Splendor. Main display. Have you dosed paparazzo? I believe that's a medication. I generally don't dose any medications in a display tank because most of them have some form of copper, which could kill corals and your invert. So do not dose any type of medication like that in your display tank. Always do it in a quarantine separate system. Excited for the ACAN video. They look fat and happy. Yeah, ACANs have done pretty well for me. I have only had one or two that haven't done well. Aside from that, they've been pretty happy. Are you happy with your Jabo doser? What liquids are you dosing with it currently? So my Jabo doser is currently sitting in my shed. However, I did use it for a couple years. For the price, it's a very solid option for the price. It's a bit annoying to program it because you have to go through and program each dose. I always like to break my dose up as much as possible, so I would literally dose, every hour. So if I want out my dosing, I got to go through and adjust it 24 times. That part is a pain, but for sub $100, it's you can't go wrong for the doser. It does the job, it works. What phosphate levels do you notice brown, glass, fuzzy haze? I can't say I've paid enough attention to know what levels it is, but I will keep that in mind for future tests. Peppermint shrimp works on hydroids. Perfect. There you go. Alien. Look like a feather duster. Yep, that's a similar thing. That's a myth about GFO. Which one, Greg? Which one is the myth? Fill me in. I'm curious. What are good beginner corals? I want to add some corals to my tank. Zoas are awesome beginner corals. Mushrooms are. Rhocodias are great. Thing to know with... Okay. Oh, so yeah, I've never paid any attention to GFO and elk relationship. But not that GFO will hurt your elk, but zero phosphates will hurt your corals over time. I have 100% legitly in my early days of reefing overdone GFO, and I lost a bunch of SPS at the time. May or may not have been a correlation, but it's the only time I've ever had like a big issue, and I severely used too much GFO. That was a lesson I learned in my early days. Will my new skimmer help knock down NO3 and PO4 problems? Likely it will help. It should, because you're removing some of those organics. So what a skimmer does, a skimmer is basically like a foam refraction chamber. It'll take the organics out of the water and they'll bind to those bubbles. They come up and they pop in your cup. And when they're in the cup, you're essentially removing those organics out of your water. So yes, it will help. It will make an impact. How much of an impact? I mean, that probably depends on your skimmer, but it does help. Thanks for the videos on making a mesh top for your tank. You're most welcome. Bought my own DIY kit and followed the instructions. Thanks for inspiration. Very happy with my DIY net top. Better than glass. Excellent. Happy to hear that, Tim. Another thing. Always use the top in your tank. Most every fish can and will jump. It's just a matter of time. If you guys watched my video on the jump guard, that's the D&D jump guard, I literally had my tank set up, and within the first week, I already had the kit. I got a couple months prior to the tank, just with anticipation, because my old top was too small. And of course, my triggerfish jumped that one night, so thankfully I was awake. I heard the fish, I got out and I saved him, I put him back in the tank, he was fine. But if I was sleeping, he would have been a goner. So I had cardboard and whatever I could find on top of the tank, and the next afternoon I made the mesh top. So always use a top. Always, always. I think I like women more than coral. Fair enough. There you go, click-clacks. In Jamaica, we can't get corals easily because we don't have an LFS, but we may try ways to get stuff in. I want to get an SPS. Any suggestions for bulletproof SPS? Okay, the biggest thing, not necessarily for a bulletproof SPS. Well, actually, Pavona, it's like a cactus coral. Actually, can you see it in the video behind me? No, it's on the other side of the rock. Anyways, there's kind of zoas in the middle. Anyways, I have Pavona. That one's been super hardy. I don't think you'd kill that one if you tried. Biggest thing is just keeping your element stable. If it's a small tank, do a weekly water change. If it's a bit bigger or you have a pack full of corals, start looking at dosing. Easiest way is just starting with calc in your auto top off. And, if that's not enough, 2-part, get a cheap doser and just do 2-part dosing. Are you dosing any additives anymore? If so, what? I am not at the moment. I am going to start dosing amino acids pretty quick. I have purposely not been dosing anything since I started the tank because I want to know if there's anything missing from the calcium reactor. So I picked up a Triton test kit, and I'm going to do a Triton test on my tank to know what's been lacking. But I've been purposely trying to not add anything and only let the calcium reactor do all the work. That way I know if there's something I'm not getting from the calcium reactor, and then I can figure out what I should be dosing after that. That's kind of been my plan. Maggie Tort's easy, good call. I have Maggie Tort, that's a nice one. Green Slimer is easy. Yep, also a good one. Montiporas are easy. Yeah, Monties are usually pretty easy, although I have lost some for unknown reasons in the past and everything else has been fine. Total skewed end of the spectrum. Milliporas have always seemed to be fine for me, and a lot of people say they're hard. And I've had issues with my tank in the past, and I've had some millies that just don't care, they keep going, they've been fine. So I think it's more about when a coral adapts to your tank that'll be kind of hardy and be happy. Any hints for getting my Favia to grow? I've had it for 8 months and not do anything. Yeah, 8 months is a while. Generally with some corals, if I buy new coral, I'll have some that you'll add, it'll just encrust right away, it's happy. I've had others that will do nothing for months and months and months, and then one day it'll start growing. What's going on, Nap? Alright guys, so if there's any other questions you want me to ask, let me know. Otherwise, I think maybe we'll do some draws in a few. What's a couple other ones off the list? What is the minimum amount of liquid you can dose with the EK dose? That would be 0.1 mils, so you can do pretty small doses with it. Caesar's asking, what 3D printer do you use? I use a Tivo Tarantula. It was kind of a kit that I bought online. And build it yourself, and I've since done lots of little upgrades and mods to it. But yeah, it's a pretty big build plate, and it works pretty well. Super useful for just building brackets and different things. Alright, Jeannie's asking, do you recommend quarantining even if you have a trusted LFS? It is always wise to quarantine. Ideally though, if your LFS pre-quarantines for you, you can be, possibly get away with a little more. However, you should do it. I try and buy from places that I know pre-quarantine, so I don't have to worry about it as much, but I will also sit there and watch the fish for 20 minutes in the tank and make sure it's swimming normal, make sure it eats, make sure it's not cloudy in the eyes, there's no spots on it. I just do a lot of preemptive work to minimize the potential risk for it. Well, hopefully you entered there, St. Nova. How are you liking your calcium reactor? What are the pros and cons of running one in your honest opinion? Okay, cons, expensive upfront. It's a lot of initial investment for a calcium reactor. Once you own it, it's cheap to run, but the initial investment is high. $1,000 is a pretty reasonable budget for a calcium reactor. 500, like $300 to $500 for a reactor. Your CO tank, $150 roughly for a CO2 tank. You need a regulator. There's another 100 and something. You got to fill it full of media. There's another $100. If you have a pH controller, there's another $100-$200. If you have an aquarium controller, I mean, you already have one. So it's not a cheap initial investment. Now, on a small tank, is it worth it? That's up to you. The advantages of it is in my opinion, it keeps your tank super stable. Like just looking at my elk, it's about a 0.1 swing from day to night, and it basically has been rock solid looking at the graph. So like I have an alkalinity tester, I have the Alkatronic, which tests my tank every 12 hours, and it keeps it rock solid stable. Now, one other nice thing I like about it is it doses your calcium, your alkalinity, your magnesium. I'm dosing everything 24 hours a day. So you don't have like those ups and downs or only every other hour when you dose. It's drip, 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 drip. It's dosing 24 hours a day. So it keeps things super duper stable. The only thing that I really attribute the swings to is like, night versus day where your cores aren't necessarily absorbing or growing, soaking up as much. Is probably the biggest thing of your swing. Okay, cons. One, we talked about price. Two, another one, some people have pH issues with their tank when using a calcium reactor. On my tank, my old tank, when I originally first used one, my pH was always lower. It was like 7.8, 7.9. Now it's actually been pretty darn high, and I've actually impressed how high it's been. A couple things I have done. Previously, I ran a little RODI line through a little crack up by the gas line outside, so I have a little tiny outside air line being sucked into my skimmer. And I also have the ReefDudes going, and so the ReefDudes is reverse light cycle, and I have an algae chirp skimmer, which I've left on 24/7. So between the two of those, it's kept my pH really high on top of it. So that's worked really well. So hopefully that answers your question. I can dig into it more if you've got specific questions on it. Would be nice to win, so I don't have to fire my lady for not getting fish tank goods for Christmas. Be nice to the wife. Mage, what's going on, Mage? Welcome. Is there a way to get rid of hair algae that is growing between zoa polyps? Ideally, tweezers your hand and just pull it and suck it out during a water change. One thing you can do is spot treat with peroxide. I don't know if I've treated directly on a zoa. I don't know if that would affect it, so do that one with caution. But H2O2 or hydrogen peroxide, the 3% or 5%, whatever you normally buy from the grocery store, if you do it 1 ml per 10 gallons, do not dose more than that. There can be negative impacts on your fish. It can burn their gills. Bad things happen if you overdose it. So use with caution, turn off your flow, and just do local spot treating. But do not dose too much. Do you dose any bacteria into the system? I dosed copious amounts of Fritz Tropostart when I did my upgrade. I just still have some in the bottle, so I do randomly just add a little bit just to boost it up a bit. What is the smallest pump I can use for a Chater reactor in the Red Sea Max Nano? Now, if you want a Chater reactor external to the tank, you could have your pump external. Like I was debating using the Vectra S1 on the Nano tank to suck out from the back, push it all the way down through Chater reactor and back in. So you could do that. There is Innovative Marine makes a super tiny little DC pump. There's also a little tiny Jabo pump that's out. All those would likely work. I don't know about the head height, depending on where your reactor is in or outside. But honestly, on a 5 or 20 gallon tank, I sometimes just question if it's even worth having a skimmer on it. You could just do like a little 5 gallon water change every week or two, and it's 25% water change. Like it's a big impact for a little thing. I've had great results with sea hares. Another really good one for hair algae is urchins. Like you have little pincushion urchins. I had one of those guys into my sump before when I just had a refugium. It's full of hair algae, all types of stuff in there. I literally put him in the sump, and after like a week or two, that sump was spotless. That guy was like a ferocious algae eater. So little pincushion urchins can work very well. Saint Nova, God bless you, Dev. Enjoy your vids. Respect. Thank you, man. Much appreciated, buddy. If Chaeto is growing, it's definitely taking nutrients out. Yes, that is correct. It absorbs nutrients to grow, so it will be. A lot of people ask the difference with like the lighting. You can grow it with a $5 CFL. You can grow it with a couple $100 LED high powered light. They're all going to grow it, but the more intense light in general, the more power, the more oomph, the faster it's going to grow and the quicker it will take out nutrients. So it definitely does it. I don't see can stability every week of the water change. That's Dr. Welsh. I've dipped Zoas in 3% H2O2 with no problem. No more than 2-minute dip at a time. Make sure you get the temp the same as the tank. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So Zoas seem to be pretty safe against the peroxide in moderation. Do the same. Use stability often. Lisa, you're awesome. You guys enjoy it. Smash that like button. If you guys have any questions you want me to dig into on a future video or stream, submit it to reefdudes.com/ask. I used to be hardcore in answering these. I want to get back into it. I might try and do little bonus videos of just answering questions. So I still have a big queue that I need to get to, but we'll go back to that one. Gao, I want a Z-Light. Okay, so they have pretty nice refugium light. I think Michael, I don't know if he did it already, but I know he was giving one away. Speaking of Z-Light, I have to edit the video still. One of my buddies, Kyle, actually, he might be on the stream still. Who asked a question on that? Somebody was asking about the spectrum of light. But yeah, on Kyle's light, basically, it wasn't doing, his corals were doing literally nothing. And he upgraded to a Z-Light, the Q-Maven 2, one of the new ones. And he says his corals, he's like, there's corals I didn't even know are in the tank. You know, stuff's growing, is happier. So having a decent light actually can make a pretty big difference. Kyle, I'm going to come back over to your house sometime in the next couple of weeks and shoot a little follow-up so I can edit that into the video. So it'll be kind of cool to see like a quick little impact of the change. And then we'll do a bigger follow-up one later. Aussie. Dev, are you using Miracle Mud? I have some. I have not put it in yet. Again, I bought some a couple months ago. I haven't got around to putting it in the tank yet. Still sitting in my shed. But it is on my to-do list. I've actually just been debating if I want it in the shade or I want it in the first chamber in little bins. But yes. So I am going to put it into the tank. It's just on my to-do list. I probably should do it before I do the Triton test, see if it makes a difference though. I had the Zeolite 200 and it's great. Excellent. Clean crew. Alright guys, let's do some draws. Okay, so first draw. Let me find my spreadsheet and copy in the names. Okay, so we got 3 different draws. One is going to be for pods from Copepods.com. This one's going to be for the US. And then we're going to do another draw for pods for Canada. And then after that, we're going to do the Posiden Salinity pen from Big Show Frags. And that one's for Canada or US. Now, I told each of the draws to pull 15 names. It's like 15 winners. So now I'm taking those 15. I'm going to put them on the wheel. And then the wheel's going to pick whoever wins the gold, wins the glory. So I think it should be fun. Not gonna lie, I do like the wheel. Pineapple on pizza, yeah or nay? I like pineapple pizza. Pineapple's tasty. Monty, I thought was dead. Will start growing. If you have a coral, it could be almost dead, but as long as you have a few polyps in it, it can recover. Like I've had some where like a tip or something's died and then it's kind of regrown over itself in time. So it can definitely be in. It's too late, man. It's too late. It's exclusive. You had entered before. The names are already have been selected in the list. I've been kind of plunking away. That's the last little bit. So let me add them all to the wheel. Okay, so first one is going to be for the US pod draw. Add choices, replace all, yes. Bly. Grilled pineapple on pizza. I bet they'd both be good, to be honest. Let's get to 100 likes. I like how you think, Steve. Would you recommend Big Show Frags but corals in Canada? I haven't bought corals from them yet. I got a slitty pen from them, and I got all my color pipe to them. I haven't ordered corals from them yet. I probably will eventually. I did. Actually, we'll be getting some new corals the next couple days. Another local guy, John, he ordered from Fragbox, so I kind of tacked a few frags onto his order. So I'll be getting some frags soon. Do you think that to help Chaeto growing besides light nutrients absorption dose, I think iron is a myth? Nope. Iron is a legit thing, at least in my opinion. If So if you do enough water changes, won't be an issue. If you're one of those people that don't like water changes, never knew them, eventually your tank will run out of iron, and that will limit your chaeto growth. So you can dose iron to the tank, which is basically adding those extra nutrients to the chaeto so you don't stunt its growth. A lot of people have crazy growth for a while and then also just stops. It gets stunted or dies off, and that generally could be from a lack of nutrients. I've seen a bunch of different companies that sell basically like an algae nutrients you can dose to your tank, and that's going to help keep your chaeto growing. So if it is stunted, then maybe it might be something you want to look into dosing a little bit. What's going on, Nick? Good to see you, buddy. Long time no see. Lisa's aquatic people listen, ask questions, but with not return a like. That's fair. I appreciate the likes. I think Google does. Google statistics, whatever it is. Whether it makes a difference, I don't know idea, but it makes me happy, so. Okay, let's go to the wheel. Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys. We have the wheel of death, or the wheel of winning, depending on how you look at it. What's going on, Pelfrey? All right, so who'd we get so far? So we have 15 different names. That looks way more than 15 names. Let me just double check this. I'm just gonna clear and re-add the names because it looks like it's not proper. Modify. Base list. Okay, so I picked 15 winners from each draw to go into the final rounds. And I've changed it back to blue because I like that color better. And remove choice after it's landed on. 400 pixels sounds nice. All right, there we go. Dun dun dun. Just liked. Much appreciated, Jordan. Thank you, Rossi. Yes, I did set up to delete this time. At least we'll find out after the first spin. Yeah, Fragbox. Yep, so I got four corals coming from Fragbox, so hopefully they'll show up tomorrow. I think they ship today. In Jamaica, we have a phrase. We do it for love, we don't do it for likes. I think it perfectly describes Dev Man. Dude, this hobby, not the hobby, this YouTube is a labor of love. I honestly question why I put in endless hours on a weekly basis. It's for love. I love you. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. Okay. All right, guys, let's do this. Onto the wheel. First name. So it's last man standing. End. Oh, Dallas, Trippy, if you're on the stream. Dang. Okay, next one, guys. Ken. Sorry, Ken. I have a feeling you put your first name for the first name and last name. All right. Sorry, Ken. Dan J. Sorry, Dan. Say hello to my salmon family in Jamaican. Hello, Jamaican salmon family. Salmon? Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Next spin. From England. Welcome, Jono. Sorry, Danielle. I can't be greedy. I wonder if you see your name on the list, let me know. I'm curious. It's always more fun when whoever is in the chat is actually in the draw. But I know YouTube usernames and real names always match up, so I don't really know who's who. Okay. So we have, this draw is, make sure I'm on the right screen, Canada, nope, US Copepods. And. Oh, sorry, Kenneth. Kenneth, if you're on here, sorry, man. Sorry, Tommy. Dun. I should have put on some more, like, suspenseful music. Justin. Dun. Sorry, Justin. Fingers crossed. Nato, I don't know even sure what your real name is, ma'am. But good luck. Hey, Starfy Reef and DIY. If you're on the stream, welcome to the channel. YouTube names and actual names throw me off. Exactly. I have no idea who's who. Oh, Jeannie. Oh, you did get the 360X. That was a sweet prize. That was awesome, man. Name is on there. Demand a recount. Okay, next. End. Which one is it? Ah, Aquarium Schmo. Sorry, man. The wheel is fun. I do love the wheel. It brings me pleasure. Makes me happy. I just like giving stuff away, to be honest. Hopefully you guys appreciate. I busted it to like work out all these like prize deals for the holidays. If they aren't here, pull another. One day I will do a draw to guess who's in the live stream. I'm gonna arrange this for a future draw. That would be fun. And oh, Brian. Sorry, Brian. Brian Wiscombe. Sorry, ma'am. E for effort. Oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan, you have the best YouTube name ever. It's just so straight and to the point. Hello, Ryan. Hopefully you're in one of these draws, buddy. Anticlimactic if they aren't here. I know, right? Okay. I like how you think, Greg. We're gonna arrange a future giveaway for whoever is on the stream. I like it. It'll be super climactic. It'll be great. Ooh, spin the wheel. It's like Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Shane Skyers. Sorry, Shane. Who won the E-Coral Doser? It was, I think it was Juan. Let me check. I Instagrammed that. It was Santos. That's who it was. Santos Alines. That is who won the E-Coral Doser. What is the best Refugium LED light? That one is a very good question, and there is tons of amazing options out there. My previous favorite one was the Evergrow Nova S2. I may have a new one coming to test out pretty soon, which you guys will probably see a video on in the near future. And so AI is coming with a new one. Kessel A360 is a solid choice. There's a 160, which is probably a better choice for most people because it's not as extreme and you can dim it. I'm kind of stoked to check out the new AI one because you can actually fully control it, which I appreciate because I generally like to mount mine a bit lower and not have spillover. Dev, you promised to tell me why ReefDudes and not the other dude. Okay, I still want to make a really entertaining video about that. It is on my to-do list when I actually have time to film some entertaining movie magic with that one. If you want the full legit story, I'll get into this one later. Okay, sorry, Shane Skyers. Next on the wheel. Jar. Sorry, Jar. $1,500 one from BRS. What's $1,500 one? It's almost like I have multiple personalities. Multiple ReefDudes. Nah. Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. I need that one will fit a trigger sum. It depends on the dimensions. Okay. I originally wanted the A360X, but the problem is you can't dim it. And to me, that drives me nuts because you need to mount it really high, and then it's going to spill and get algae all over yourself. If you mount it really low, it could be too powerful, and it could kill your Chaeto. They have the 160, which you can dim, which to me seems like probably a wiser choice unless you have a massive sump. If it's just a chamber, it's probably a better choice. And there's also the new AI Refugium light coming out, which I want to check that one out because it's super tiny and I love the form factor. So, few potential options. If you want super cheaper one, there's no promises on build quality, but the Mars Hydro one, a lot of people, that's selling fairly cheap, and a lot of people seem to have success with that one off like Amazon or eBay or AliExpress or one of those sites. Ryan, I've got two monkeys that grow into each other. Can't wait to see what happens. So some get really cool if you graft them. Some will overgrow the other. Like I know purple, is it purple or red? One of the two seem to always win and grow stuff over. Yeah, you can dim the X. Yeah, the X is nice actually. It looks pretty good. All right, Kevin. No. All right. What do you think about a DIY Reef LED? I have made a DIY light. My very first tank, I had a DIY one on my 12-gallon full ledge light. The problem is, Devin killed the other dude. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, the problem with DIY LED lights. Yes, they work. I've made two, so I actually have one sitting in my shed. I have another one that I made. It worked. It worked well, but it wasn't pretty, right? If you want a nice extruded aluminum heatsink, they're not cheap. Especially if you have a longer tank or something else, like they're not cheap. And by the time you look at it, you can buy a cheaper black box of light for the price you spend on just the heatsink. So it makes it hard to justify DIY one, unless you have something specific. Now, if it's in a canopy, you don't see it, who cares? I mean, have at her. But if it's seeing it, something you're going to see. To me, the aesthetics is a big chunk of it. I want it to look awesome. So it's one of those kind of things you got to question if it's worth the time and effort. And back in the day when LEDs are crazy, yes, it was worth it. But now it's kind of like, it's a bit of a wash. Mark, thank you very much, Mark. We need more people like you in Canada who care so much about the hobby. I love the hobby. This is like my hobby job. It's my passion job. Yeah, real work pays the bills. This is, I don't know, I do it for fun. So thank you, Mark. All right, Kevin. Sorry on the wheel, buddy. Got down to what? 2 names. 3 names left. Dun dun dun. Sorry, Chris. Okay, Gene was saying Kessel H1200 tuna floor 1200. That is crazy. You would honestly want like a 90-gallon freaking sump to put that on top of, full of Cheeto, to justify it. That is so overkill for 90% of people's normal systems. Like, I'm talking like a sump room or like a giant tub or something that you put the light on it. It's not practical for a normal tank. Even BRS said they had to run it for like 2 hours a day because it was too extreme. So, cool idea, but way too overkill unless you have like a massive refugium area. Like, massive. All right, okay, it's down to 2. Whatever, we're going to find out who's the winner here for the US one. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry, Nelson. So it is. Stop. Eric. Congratulations, Eric. Eric, where's your name? Eric Heseo. Hope I'm saying that right. Congratulations, man. From New York. Congrats, Eric. You have just won yourself the Copepod seed pack from Copepods.ca. So I will send you and them an email later, and we'll get that figured out. So congratulations, Eric, and thank you for following the channel. But the winning is not done. Now we're on to the Canada draw. Modify the wheel. Next list of names. Base list. Replace. And apply changes. Oh, round 2. Congrats, Eric. Eric, if you're on the stream, let me know. That's awesome, buddy. Congratulations. Are you on? All right, guys. So that was the US crowd. Now this one is the Canadian crowd, and this one's from Copepods.ca. Now, if you're seeding a new tank, awesome way to start pods and stuff to it. Or if you have mandarins, picky fish. I don't know. I haven't seen them in the comments yet. I'm waiting for a yippee or a yay or something. So hopefully. But Greg, I do agree. I'm going to do feature draw. And I'm only going to enter everybody that's in the chat. Just because it'll be more suspenseful and fun. Okay. First spin of the wheel for the Copepods.ca tank seeding package. Sorry, Charles. How do you enter? Brandon, there has been every video I have done for the last month has basically had a contest attached to it. And there is a link in the description, which you use to enter the contest. There's still 2 left, so if you haven't checked out my last 2 weekly videos, check them out. Still not on. Aw, snap, Lisa. I think I saw a Lisa on one of the lists. I'm not sure what your last name is, so I'm not sure if it's you. We'll see. Charles, sorry, Charles. At 125, just about to get water. Ah, nice, would be good. Oh, Candace, sorry, Candace. Candace, I recognize your name. I think you're on the island, I think. Sorry, Candace, if you're watching. E for effort. Yeah, there's still one more draw after this one. I think there was like 200 and something that entered this one. Keith Simpson. Sorry, Keith. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Oliver. Sorry, Oliver. How do you decide who went on the wheel? Okay, so for the contest, I was using a platform called Gleam. And I just said there's 15 prizes, and I hit go, and it gave me a list of 15 names, and I took those 15 names and put them on the wheel. So I could have just let it pick one, but it's not as fun as doing the wheel. Dun, dun, dun. All right, Oliver. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, this is just more fun than doing one click. Okay, there's a name, we're done. Ah, Corwin. Hey, I know you, Corwin. Sorry, buddy. When is it okay after cycling? Once you're through the big ammonia stage of a cycle, I'd say you're probably safe to add pods to the tank. They're pretty resilient little creatures. But yeah, once you're at the tail end of your cycle, you'd be fine to add them. If you're adding them to an established tank, the one thing you want to do is turn off your pumps and do it at nighttime when the lights are off. That way they have a chance to swim into the rocks and everything. Anything for the European viewers? Sadly, not right now. I do want to get some more European draws because everyone always gives me heck that they're left out. And I agree and I apologize, but it's usually because I'm making deals with people to do some giveaways. And I usually say, okay, where are you willing to ship to? Where can we do it with? And that's what I work with. So I just need to find more UK companies to try and work out something with to do some giveaways. But see what I can do. If you know any good UK companies, send them my way and I'll see what I can do. All right, Corin. Sorry, buddy, if you're watching. K-Town has a horseshoe up his butt. He did win some Billy Pipes glasses. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Ah, sorry, buddy. I know you watch a lot of my videos. E for effort. Turn off UV also. Oh, good point. Good point. Oh, sorry, Brad. Yeah, turn off UV, turn off flows, turn off pumps. Do it at nighttime. If you add them when the lights are on, your fishes have a feeding frenzy. They go crazy. If you have a refugium, add them to the sump in the refugium area. If you don't, just add them to the tank, and they'll get in the rocks, but everything off at nighttime. Oh, Eric Hicks Reefing. Sorry, Eric Hicks Reefing. But yeah, they're like, you don't have to add pods to your tank. They will get there eventually, but adding them gives your tank a huge boost. Especially if you had like mandarins, pipefish, any type of picky eaters like that. So it's going to give it a huge boost and get that population jump started. Now, if you already have pods and you want to help boost it, feed your tank some phyto, because pods eat phyto and it's going to help them be happier and reproduce more. Next spin on the wheel. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, the reefer. Sorry, the reefer. If you're watching, good effort, good effort. It's weird watching this on two screens. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, K-Town's on the list. Oh, sorry, Shan S. K-Town, are you in the chat? Oh, I don't think he's in the chat. Too bad. He's on a lot, too. Sorry, Shan. I feel like I should be like John Glynn. Sorry, John. And Darren Small. Sorry, Darren. My coffee's getting cold. Curses. Oh, we're almost getting to the end. Oh, sorry, Shan. I just saw the no. Oh, sorry, Kyle Murphy. I appreciate the good spirit. Good luck, everyone, still. He's not here yet. Well, it's 50-50. It's either Keith Simpson, or K-Town. Who's going to take it? And. Ah, sorry, K-Town. It's a good thing he's not here to see this. He'll watch it later and be like, no. So that leaves Keith Simpson. Keith Simpson. Congratulations, Keith. And where are you on the list? I gotta highlight you. He's from Ontario. Congrats, Keith. And thank you for following the channel. Alright, guys, so we got one more draw to go. Do you think live rock or other porous media will ever get to the point where it will be enough on its own to process nitrate? Okay, so rock itself doesn't actually process nitrate. It's the bacteria that grows on it. The whole point of having porous stuff is that it's more surface area for the bacteria. Now, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword with some of it, because it can also trap detritus and other stuff you don't necessarily want in the tank. So it's kind of a questionable one, but as long as you have lots of surface area at the end of the day, it's going to host lots of bacteria. If you don't have lots of light runoff or nice minimal escape, I mean, there's always like those little bioball type of things, like the rain pier or the max spec, whatever, when they have the holes in the middle. Like, you can always put that stuff in your sump just to increase your surface area. When did the drawing start? The last 15 minutes or so. Keith, are you on, Keith? If you're on, congratulations, man. Keith was on the wheel twice. What? No, I don't think he was. There was a Kyle and a Keith. I'm looking at my list. But congratulations. Oh, was he on there twice? Or did it just do that because he won? Good question. Either way, congratulations, Keith. Alright, guys, we are down to the Posiden Salinity Pen Plus. Okay, delete all choices. Add choices. Alright, everyone's on there. Make sure there's no doubles. All looks good. Compy, my wife is driving me crazy since she saw your wife playing with Bob. I tried to explain to her that our tank is only 4 feet long, and at some point it'll overgrow the tank. It's a 90. That's awesome. Oh, this is great. That does make me laugh. Is there one for the Salinity Pen? Yes. So this draw, we're now into the draw for the Posiden Salinity Pen Plus, which is by the tank. But I do have the box. So this one is for the Posiden Salinity Pen Plus. If you guys do not have a digital salinity pen, they're awesome. I have two different brands. Both work well. They are very nice in the way. Refractor meters, the biggest thing is I find they're easy to lose calibration. If you bump it, you drop it, it could mess your calibration, and you gotta recalibrate it. Lots of people do calibrate with just RODI. Ideally, if you are using one, you should use the proper calibration solution, which is the right temperature. You know, it's your 35 ppt, 1.026. And then, you know, consistent lighting, all that jazz. With the Salinity Pen, you're just like, beep, beep, there's my measurement. Super quick and easy. I test more, way more now, because it's so quick and easy. And so that's a big plus for me. Even to calibrate them, it takes less than 10 seconds. You just pop it in, droop, comes. So it's pretty easy. Will a normal lamp grow Chaeto in my sump? Yes, it will grow it. Will you have a ton of growth? Questionable. Some bulbs work better than others, hit or miss. But yes, it will keep it alive. Yes, it will grow. The biggest difference is when you're paying for bigger lights, you're getting a lot more power, or spectrums that are more known to grow plant-based stuff properly. So you'll just get better or more growth with a dedicated light versus a generic one. Okay, so Rafaela was asking, I have two XR30 Pros with the Ecotech light rail and the Spectrum. I think they are perfect for my coral. Turn to brown, two beautiful acros turn brown. Okay, so if your corals are turning brown, it may, depends on what lighting spectrum you have, but it may also be not enough light. Generally, something's browning out is because it needs more light, so you might be able to turn it up, but ideally if you have a par meter, you can check and kind of see what range it's getting in. 250 to 350 is a very happy range for most acros. If you're looking at 8 cans, other stuff on there, I generally go for around 100, like 80 to 120 type of range. So 80 to 120 on the sand bed, 250 to 350 for the higher up acros. That's kind of what I shoot for. Seems to be happy overall, and everything seems to have pretty good colors. So that's my general recommendation, but you're not going to know for sure unless you test. Does it use Fahrenheit? Yes, it does. The other pen I have only tells Celsius. This one, you can pick Celsius or Fahrenheit, PPT, specific gravity, so it gives you a lot of different things. So that gives you lots of options. Library guide, I think they said it's like titanium or some kind of fancy coating on the tips and stuff, but automatic temperature compensation, so it does check the temperature. It will take that into account when doing the salinity. Yeah, it's pretty sweet pen. I do really like it. Refractor make my Calibrate refractometer seawater. There you go. Perfect. Although salinity can change depending on where you are in the ocean and where it's mixing. So it can change. But makes sense. Thank you the best. Love your videos. 1,000 likes for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Time to get some rest. Sounds good. Start for your reef and DIY. Have a good night, man. Okay, so let's do the drawing. And big shout out to Big Show Frags, because they're one of the guys that are helping me out to do a giveaway. So if you guys are in Canada, make sure you check them out. Braveheart Reefer. All right, man. Time to spin the wheel. I wonder if I can do it. All right, first one. Eric Hicks Reefing. Farewell, Eric's. I think were you one of the other draws? I feel like I just saw your name. Sorry, Eric. Zach. Sorry there, Zach Stallo. E forever. Now we're doing this. I still have 2 more draws in the works. And potentially 1 more I'm still working on for 1 more future giveaway. It's like the season of giving. So we got the jump guard, which ends next Tuesday, I believe it closes. And then we have... I'm doing each one for 2 weeks. I think I did the video Monday. Might have been last week. Might even be over. What's going on, Mike Lemming? And totally mind blanking. Oh, and the Clearwater Turf Scrubber. So another really cool piece of gear. Make sure you guys enter. All right, next spin on the wheel. How you doing today, Mike? Happy Wednesday, buddy. Hey, Fish Snowman. MB. Sorry, MB. Those must be initials. How do we get on the draw? You had to enter in one of the links of my weekly videos for the last month. So, Battle 611. Make sure you check out the videos. There's still 2 that have contests open, so if you're not in there, get in there. Check out the videos. There's a link to enter. Oh, James Molnar. Sorry, James. But just for fun, I just want to see what the stats were on that. Lisa's on the list. Lisa, is that you, Lisa? Are you the same Lisa on the list? If you are, heck yeah. So finish. So we had the Salinity pen. 230 people enter for this contest that we're drawing for right now. All right, Lisa, good luck. We are doing wonderful, Mike. Thank you very much. Okay, next one. Dun dun dun. Oh, Anthony. Sorry, Anthony. Now, if any of you guys are watching and in the contest, let me know. Lisa, you are? Heck yeah. I'm rooting for you, Lisa. The local beach is 38 ppt when cold, room temp 35, going to an IPCP test after next month and the tides. Huh, interesting. If the water quality is good, you're like, bucket home for water change, thank you. You know, I'm watching on TV, so I'm on your TV, Galgo. I feel like a celebrity. But that would be cool if you could just do a water change. If I lived on a beach and had like pristine water, I'd be like, here's a big hose in and out, thank you. That'd be pretty awesome. All right, next spin on the wheel. Ah, John C. Duncan. Sorry, John. It's getting down there. Oh, Michael. Sorry, Michael. Not too shabby. Made a quick vid. Saw the live stream, but upload. Figured I'd drop in and say what's up. Well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, man. Always appreciated. Next spin on the wheel. Oh no, Lisa. Oh, sorry, Lisa. I feel bad for you, Lisa. It was a good effort. Lisa, you are a rockin' moderator, though. I appreciate you very much. And I still owe you a shirt one day. You still tell me which one you like the best. Dun dun dun. Oh, Coral Man. Sorry, Coral Man. I still feel bad for Lisa because she's actually in the stream. 82-inch TV, only 2 inches smaller than my tank. Nice. Pick Rob Weiss. Oh, Rob. Are you in the running? Oh, Rob, you're on the list. Maybe we'll do a different fun one. Chris. Oh, sorry, Chris. I know, Lisa, I know. Oh, sorry, Chris. You're looking lifelike. in 3D. I know, I feel bad for Lisa because she's actually on too. Oh, Octrud. I don't know if that's a real name, but sorry, buddy. All right, guys. There's what, 4 left. 3 after this. Ah, Darren. Sorry, Darren. Didn't grab the clover. Ah, Evan. Farewell, Evan. End. We're down to the end. Oh, looks like Chad has it. Chad, congratulations, Chad. Chad, where's Brad from? Chad is from Palm City, Florida. Congratulations, Chad. That is awesome. And if you guys are watching, email all the winners later. So congratulations. Okay, now Greg inspired me. I'm gonna do something fun. I am going to do a giveaway for ReefDudes shirts. So I'm gonna give one away. And just people in the stream. So if you want to win one, let me know, and I will buy whoever wins a shirt. They're print on demand, so I legitimately have to buy them. But that's okay. I will do it. So if you guys want to win a shirt, a ReefDudes shirt, you can pick the style you want. Let's do it. Let me know in the comments. Say, I want a shirt. And then we're going to throw them on the wheel, and someone's going to get one. So Chad, congratulations on your Salinity pen. That is wicked. Dun dun dun. 'Tis the season to be giving. All right, so what do we got? We got Matt, Mike Lemming, Joshua, Nelson. I'm trying to copy and paste all these. I'll type this faster. Nelson, Rob Vice, Gao, NATO, Compy, Midas, Big Razor, David L. Okay, holy smokes, how am I going to copy all these out? This may have been a terrible plan to do it this way. Okay, yes, please. Okay, I'll see if I can copy the chat. I won't. You want a shirt? You want a shirt? Okay, I want a shirt. All right. Okay. Sorry, buddy. $102 in the stream. Boo. I don't know if boo counts as a yes. I would love a shirt, please. All right, guys. Okay, you got 10 more seconds. If you haven't said anything, say it. And if you have said something, then you're just making me work harder. I actually have a plan. I slowed down, thankfully. Sure. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Cut off. Okay, done. All right. That's the line. The line's the cutoff. This is some crazy trying to like copy and paste and get all these. Surprised Alexa hasn't always set. On the fly contest is a pain. I think it is. Okay. So I legitly copied all of the names in there. We are going to paste. I'm trying to use an Excel. It's okay, buddy. Relax. Okay. All right. Okay, everyone's in. The dog does want a shirt. Here's somebody at the door, so he's extra excited right now. Okay, let me kill all my blanks. Give me a sec here. It's gonna take a second to turn all these comments into actual entries. Get rid of my blanks. Okay, deleting. Okay, Lisa, I want a shirt. I'm just skimming through this, deleting all the non-proper entries. All right, guys, sorry, give me one sec here. Good luck, everybody. Okay, I'm sorting by name just to make sure I don't have any duplicates. And actually here, while we're waiting. .com/shop. So yeah, basically whoever wins, you guys can pick one of the shirt designs. This one's one of my favorites, just throwing that out there. Boop. So this one's one of my favorites. Actually, the next one I want to buy myself is going to be this one, because I think it's pretty sweet. But, so, a couple different styles. Oh, I'm not even wearing one of my shirts today. Yeah. Okay. So, we almost got it. Shirt, comfy. Just make sure there's no doubles in here, because I know a bunch of people commented like 18 times, like Galgo. I would love a shirt. Done. Joshua, Kevin, Lisa. So basically what I did is I copy and pasted the chat into Excel, and then I sorted by name, so all the names line up, and I'm just deleting the doubles, and then we're going to pop that list, your comment and your names going in there, because that's just the way it worked. And we're going to do a super quick wheel, and whoever it is, just send me an email with your information, and I will buy you a shirt. Almost there, almost there. Ryan. Okay, perfect. But yes, this was extremely difficult for doing it live. Whoever said that, you were 100% correct. Brown and light. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so select all, no blanks. Boom. Back to the wheel. Modify. Paste list. All right, now it better be a real name. Look at all that. That was intense stuff. Didn't want to send to Germany. Okay, so I do a print on demand service, so I'm pretty sure they ship almost everywhere. There's only like 2 countries that they didn't ship to, so there's very good hope for this. There actually has been some people in Germany who have actually bought a shirt already, and they sent me photos, so I was super stoked for that. So, all right, guys, this is like the massive wheel, and this one is going to be not so slow and dramatic until the end because there's a lot of names on there. I guess it's a little bit longer. So while we're spinning the wheel, let me know if you guys have any questions. Sorry, Robbie. Oh, Compy. Sorry, Compy. The suspense, right? Dun dun dun. Oh, St. Nova's off. Dun dun dun. Ah, just the bubble tip. Juno MUFC 7L. Sorry, buddy. Dun dun dun. Oh, Matt. This is kind of fun. I think I'm just going to do this every couple months randomly. Ah, Tina. Sorry, Tina. Xmas was wonderful. Oh, Gal. Sorry, man. This is going to take life. This is why we're going super quick. And you have to be here to win. So, you got to be on the stream. We're going with Greg's rules. I like it. Lisa. Lisa, I owe you a shirt anyways. I still will buy you one because I appreciate you coming on the stream and keeping everyone in line for me. Oh, Glenn. Tina, you never know. You might win eventually. Someone else was like, oh, I never win. Frank always does the same thing. You never until you try. And I've arranged so many giveaways lately, so I'm sure I'll get more in the future. So just always enter. You never know. Oh, NATO. Yeah, you are, Zane. Oh, Compy. You need to be positive. Positive energy. It's gotta may the reefs be prosperous and your polyps always be out. Ah, Groovini. Lisa's gonna get one anyways, just because she's awesome and moderates and keeps everything good. So you still have to pick one, Lisa. Tell me which size and design you want. See? Lisa's a winner. Because every week she's on here and supports the stream and promotes the thumbs up and deletes people's bad words to keep it clean. Keep it family. You know, it's good. Oh, fishy snowman. My elk is... Oh, Kevin. My elk is 6.8. I'm using Fritz salt and still 6.8. Would you recommend using Kalkwasser or 2-part in this tank? 2 months old, not many corals yet. You could even keep your tank at 6.8 as long as you keep it there. Personally, I like seeing it a little bit higher. I would keep it up to like 7 or 7.5, or so I personally like 8.5. But at the end of the day, it's just keeping it solid on whatever number you pick. But yeah, I would bump it up a little bit. If it's 8.5 all the time, then, or sorry, 7, whatever you said it was, 6.8. Yeah, 6, it still seems low. But I have heard people keeping it at 6.5 and still have nice corals. To me, it's too low, but people do. Oh, exclusive. If you guys enjoy this, smash that thumbs up. Just double tip shirt. Just the bubble tip, maybe. If you want, I could probably make one on it. I have a goal of making a new design every month, just because I like them for me, and they're kind of fun. Falcon, sorry, man. Oh, grooving me. But yeah, I need to order another one soon, because I want that one next. I like this one. My lovely wife drew this one for me. I was quite stoked. Yeah. Oh, Brandon. Already hit that like? Awesome. We're still drawing, man. There's a lot of names on the list. I probably should have made the spin time shorter, but I didn't consider that till after we started, so. Dun dun dun. Having a blast anyways. It's always fun. Nodak, Reefer. We're almost at 100. Oh yeah. See? Reward for 100 likes is somebody gets to win a shirt. And it cost me 25 bucks. But thank you. I appreciate you guys anyways. This is a Merry Christmas present. Did you get Mad Dog do a water change? Ah, Carlos. So, one of my resolutions for the year is to actually do a weekly water change. Just a little one. 5-gallon bucket. But I want to try and do it. Carlos, I wear shirt. Dosing Tricin element. 1600. 7.8 kH, 440. How do I decrease the mag? I honestly wouldn't worry about decreasing the mag. If it's super duper high, some inverts don't like it, but if you're not having any issues with them, some people purposely raise their mag high to combat algae. So there's definitely some positives to it being elevated. But I mean, you can let it naturally fall, but if you're dosing and Triton is all, it is what it is, right? So you're supposed to dose it equally, so it might just be, it is what it is. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Oh, Mike Lemming. Sorry, Mike. David L. Sorry, David. Sorry, Mark. So water change does not bring it over 6.8. So it depends on how big your tank is, how big of a water change you do, and also what is the alkalinity of the salt you're using. If you're using, I think you said Fritz, which I believe RPM is around 8 to 8.5. So in theory, that should raise it. Or if you do a big enough water change. If you only do a tiny water change, it might not make much of an impact. Of all the nerve, Brendan. What? Yeah, it's the last man standing. I don't know why, but I have more fun doing it this way. It's more dramatic than just like one name. Oh, Matt. It's getting there, though. I can actually almost read the names now. Getting close. Oh, sorry, Ugly Man Reefing. Oh, Joshua. What did I miss? I got a phone call. The Wheel of Death. Oh, NATO. Oh, NATO, did you sneak in there twice? Oh, sorry, Tyler. Sage McDonald. Sorry, Sage. I have not dosed Microbacter, so I cannot say. If you dose you will get bacteria blooms if carbon dosing, or especially if dosing too much. Yeah, you can see like a white fuzzy kind of grow on stuff, which will go away on its own generally. But if you dose too much, that can happen. Mostly Reefs SL. Sorry, most Reefs. All right, guys, we're down to what? 4 names? 4 names. Who's on left? Oh, Ryan. So what do we got? We got Kyle, Chris, and I can't read the other name. And Nelson. Sorry, Nelson. All right. It's either... Oh, they're both hidden. Kyle and somebody else. All right. Ready for it? Ready for it? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Oh, Chris Johnson's out. Kyle Newlove. Congrats, Kyle. You, sir, won a shirt. Yay for Kyle. Yay, Kyle. Congrats, Kyle. You, sir, are going to have a new awesome fishy shirt. So, shoot me a message later and let me know which design you like, and I'll order you one up, along with the shirt I'm going to buy myself. Thanks for the chance to win a shirt. No problem, Mom. I might do one again in another couple of months just for fun. I got to paste the bank account, but yeah, it's kind of fun to do. Love it. All right, guys. Hopefully everyone enjoyed today's live stream, either tonight or tomorrow. I will email out all the winners, and we will figure out how to get you guys your prizes. Kyle, did not expect that. See? You never know, man. Never know until you try. So congratulations, Kyle. The ironic thing is you are actually local, and I still have to pay for shipping because I come from the States. But that's okay. Let me know what size and which one you like, man. Congrats. Did you put this on Facebook? Did I put what on Facebook? I posted the live stream just to the ReefDudes Facebook page. Sometimes they're big topic ones. I'll post them to a couple groups, but if they're just general ones, I'll throw it on my page. So if you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys hit that bell if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. It's kind of fun, kind of random, kind of fun. Only have Facebook. Well, make sure you follow the ReefDudes Facebook page because I usually post a lot of the stuff on there too. Who won the pen? The pen was... Let me consult my spreadsheet. It was Chad Patel of Palm City, Florida. So if Chad's on, congrats. All right, guys, quick recap. We have Chad Patel with the Salinity pen. We got Kyle Newlove with the ReefDudes shirt. We got Keith Simpson for the Copepods.ca. And we have Eric Hizeo for Copepods.com for in the States. So thank you, everybody that came and hung out today. As always, I always appreciate the hangout, guys. It's fun. If you guys didn't hit that thumbs up, you enjoyed it, you had fun, smash that like button. If you guys have any questions you want me to answer on future videos, live streams, whatever, or a quick question, personal question, whatever, reefdudes.com/ask, fire it over. And yeah, hopefully everyone had a happy new year, and I will catch you guys on the next video. All right, guys, have a good night.